about is giving.
Yes.
Right? So you read the Bible and you hear that, who was it? They said someone sowed in the same year, and was it Jacob sowed in the same year, and he reaped 1,000-fold. Now, anywhere you go in church and that scripture is used, it will be related to giving. But what we don't realize is that guy was a farmer, right? So when the Bible says that he sowed in that year and he reaped 1,000-fold, he actually did that work of sowing. He did that work. He put grain in the ground. He sowed it. Now the miracle in that verse is that it was in a time of famine, and yet he got 1,000-fold. So the way we apply it in our setting is to say that someone started a business in a time where inflation was high and exchange rate was something, and he still prospered. Or someone invested in a time where the environment was not good and he still got a good return. But it doesn't mean that you don't do that thing that you have to do. We need to learn to do the right things.
So that was Isaac. Yes.
Isaac. Okay.
Isaac, yes.
We need to learn to do the right. The guy was a farmer. If he said he sowed, it doesn't mean he went to give. He actually sowed. The miracle in it is that the environment was not conducive, but because he was a blessed guy, he reaped more than he could reap. So let us do the things that we have to do. Let us plan our finances well. Let us recognize the seed component of everything that we earn. Let us be consistent in doing the things that we want to. So if what I would have wished that I knew was that I started quite early. I started investing immediately. I started earning an income as a national service person, right? But I wish I started before. I wish I started using my student loan and those kind of things. Yeah.
All right. This is Sunny 88.7 FM. Douglas is listening. Actually, he says, this is amazing to hear. Our children can learn more than we give them credit for. The real legacy is the literacy. No one can take that from them. Yep. I totally agree with that. No one can take. If at any point in time they lose any money, they can make it again.
Yep.
They have it in here. Okay. I have a voice note. Let's listen to this. Okay.
Good morning, JJD. So, my sister's kids, at a point in time, they come to stay with me, they go back, but I think they've lived with me longer than with their parents. And there's this thing we do. I got them saving to buy stuff they need. No need, like stuff they want. So I realized their only motivation to save was the thing they want to buy. So at a point, when one wanted to buy something she has saved for, we had to go through some questions. Like, okay, so how much is the thing you want to buy? Is it worth it? If you don't get it, which other alternative would you want? Can you live without it? Like a few questions. So we had to go through that. And then you realize that they don't want to buy again after going through that. And this has continued for some years. But then my sisters think that I'm depriving them from living their time. I should allow them. I want to find out from your guests, what's the approach? Are they right? I don't know. Whether it's okay, it should help me. Thank you
very much for your question, William.
Yeah, I think what she's doing is very good, because you see, one of the things that hurts us as adults is spending on things that really are not helpful. Yeah, my pastor says you use money you don't have to buy things you don't need to impress people who don't care about you. You know, but yeah, yeah, but a lot of us are caught in that trap where we think that. So, like, one of the things that when you ask people define riches by things they have. Oh, he's rich. Oh, he has 10 cars. He has this. That. You know, it's a cultural thing where people define things by things they hold. Material things. It's important to let people think before they acquire material things. You have to know what is valuable and what is not valuable. If they are just spending money anyhow without thinking about it, and they grow up with that mindset, it's going to hurt them. So it's important. It's good to let the children have, like even as adults, you don't have to always be saving. You have to also have a component where you gladden your soul. Like,
tell us about that one.
Yeah, you have to, you know.
We want the fathers listening to gladden their souls.
So you must have a balance, right? But the thing is that you have to be thoughtful about all those things, right? Yes, it has to be intentional. So you want to, so like my children, I teach them that a certain, but you see, I like for people to think about things in terms of percentages, right? A certain portion of this my income is towards my future, so that if you have taken care of that, then when you're spending what is left, you can give yourself some kind of laxity,
some room. Yes,
you know. Yes, so it's good what she's doing, but in addition to that, what she has to teach the children is that when you are saving, don't just save to buy something, right? It's a culture of savings. Now, when you save money, you're saving money so that you would have money to invest, and then you have money to do the things that you want to do, right? So you save, you give a certain portion of it. If you believe in, I mean, even people who are not believers, you read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He says his rich dad taught him to give, and he says he doesn't know what it is about giving. He doesn't read the Bible. He doesn't.
Just a principle.
He doesn't know what it is about it, but he has realized that generosity brings wealth. You know, so he wasn't right. He wasn't using any Christian jargon or any biblical jargon. He was just talking about what he has observed. You know. Yeah. So you save the money. You give a certain portion out. How are you going to give it out? It can just be to streets, buy some food items, go and give it to the street kids or something. Teach the children that kind of thing, right? Also teach them to take a certain portion of it and put it away for the long term.
Okay.
You are not doing it because that thing that they are putting is going to transform their life. You are teaching them principles before they start earning an income. Then there's also a portion where you allow them to use it in the way that they want to use it. Yes.
Reverend Rebecca says, yes, you for chill small. We're hoping the men out there will be chilling with us at the Man Cave Fest. 29th of June, we're taking all the men out there to Canwin Hotel for the Man Cave Fest. I have a message here that says, JJD, yabokao. Hey, wish we got this early. Anyway, it's never too late, right?
Never too late.
To start over. Okay, we thank you for sharing this. And this one says, can you share the YouTube link for the Fatherhood in Studio series? I really need to listen again to this cool father. He is Guy Pa. That's me listening to us. Let me also check what's happening on Facebook and get to probably my final question for today. Abonyi Bismarck says, I'm really enlightened. Ifwa Krantamalpon says, you must have a balance. So, William, I want us to talk about the balance, finding that balance, if it is possible. How can a father balance his desire to provide for his family's current needs? And I know this is always in a father's heart.
Yep.
How can you find the balance to provide for the family's current needs with the need to save and invest for his family's long-term financial future?
Yes. Very important. Okay, so this is how money works. I mean, all of us know that when, like, you get a pay raise, right? You only see the pay raise for maybe 3 months. After 3 months, you don't realize that you had a pay raise. Like, whatever you are complaining about, you still have that complaint, right? Yeah. Now, this is how money will tell you what to do with it. That's why no one's income is ever enough.
It's never ever enough, eh?
Yeah, because it will tell you what to do with it. I told you I have a friend that I runs on something. There's a story he used to share. He says he went to do a financial literacy at a company, and when he finished, the managing director called him to his office and says, I need your help. I really need your help. My finances are messed up, and that I even go to the extent of borrowing from my subordinates.
Oh, mercy.
So he asked the guy, how much do you earn? At that time, he said he was earning $40,000, and it was the equivalent of more than $10,000. So it's like someone who today earns like $140,000 a month, and the guy finances is messed up, right? But he says, whilst he was sitting with the guy, his pen is Cartier, like you can see why the guy earns that much and has money problems.
Very little.
And has money problems. So the need to take care of current needs is there, but you see, the future is also coming. If you sow nothing, you are guaranteeing a certain future where there will be nothing to harvest, right? If you sow nothing today, it is guaranteed that at a certain future date there will be nothing to harvest. So this is what I say. You see, assume that your income drops by 20% today. What are you going to do? You are going to make adjustments. So you have to force yourself to make those adjustments by taking a certain portion of your money and say, I need to provide for the future. The future is going to come.
It will.
It will come.
Yeah.
And if you put nothing down, you are guaranteeing that at that future there will be no harvest for you. So if it's 20%, you take that 20% and you say that is gone. How you are going to budget to live in that 80%, you will do it, because look, I guarantee you that you have mates who are earning half of what you are earning. Some are earning 60% of what you are earning. Some are also earning double what you are earning. But Charlie, you day inside.
Yeah.
You all day inside, because you are managing, you are adjusting, you are spending on what is most important. You are channeling your expenditure to meet your income levels, right? So the thing to do is to say that the future is going to come. There'll be needs in the future. You need to take care of that. So you take a certain portion of your income and you put it away, and force your life to adapt to this lifestyle that you have chosen. And you'll be surprised that you may not even see a change in your lifestyle. You know, I used to work at EcoBank, EDC.
Okay.
And we started this thing. You see, we were the investment banking arm of EcoBank, right? So we were teaching people to invest. And this friend that I talk about and myself, we realized that in our own office, we are teaching people to invest and we were not practicing what we were preaching. So we started something we called the Nyasapo Investment Club. And we were forcing those who were our subordinates, we forced all of them to put money in there. But those who were our peers and our superiors, we could not force them to. So there's one guy who was our peer. He said, oh, you put every day invest. He's a funny guy. He says, you guys, you think that when we are all going to get an accident and the car is going to crash, God will say, hold it, William and Paul, you people, you have investments, so get down before the car crashes, etc. Oh, you all will die, you will have money, etc. You know. So we kept, and this guy would not put money in the investment club, but we kept giving him pressure, and then he started putting a small amount of money in there. After 2 months, he came here and said, Charlie, I want to increase the money I did put for inside, because I put the money in there and I didn't even notice that I put money in. By the time we dissolved the club, he was one of the highest contributors.
Awesome.
He was one of the highest contributors. Because you see, we all are not able to account for 100% of what we earn. We can't account, because there are portions of the money that we use it for things that don't really matter. If you put it away, those are the things that you will cut off first. And you will see that the month has ended and you don't see anything that you didn't do. You have adjusted, you have cut out the frivolous things.
It's a good time with William this morning, and I have a message from Gabriel. It says, hi, this is Gabriel from Adenta. Okay, you also need the link for the discussion. All right, this one says, it is good to pay your children when they help you at your site during vacation. Is it good to pay your children when they help you at your site or workplace during vacations? What's your thoughts on this?
Yes, so it's part of the training, right? So not just pay them, like you're teaching them that labor brings a reward, right? Now, when labor brings that reward, how are you going to use it? So let it become part of your educational, your financial literacy plan.
And this one says, I have to get off here. Really enjoying the session from this cool dad. I think you probably be known as the cool dad on the Unfiltered Fatherhood Series. So share any links or social media handles where I can hear more from him. This is Abigail from Tema. So we've been streaming on Facebook, also on YouTube. So you can just go onto Sunny's YouTube page. You'll find our series. His name is William Mensah. All right. You can just go find it out there. Also, Facebook can go check it out. Maybe what we'll do is that right after the program, we'll send the links out to those of you who are asking for it. Or if you want the link as well, just send us a request via WhatsApp 0540-130-684, and we will share the link with you as well. William, we have to wrap up, but is there anything on your heart you'd like to share with our listeners this morning? KB says, Papa Day cool. He's my cool guest. William, yes.
Yes. Okay. So I think what I would want to leave is that let us be intentional about giving our children financial literacy. I think that's the number one thing that we have to think about. Even if we didn't get it, let us find a way of getting our children financially literate. Because when they have that financial literacy, they would be able to, it doesn't matter what profession they find themselves in, they would have learned how to make money work for them. They will do the right things. They will not have money problems, and they will be able to live a life that is fulfilling. They will be able to live what God has called them to do. Society would benefit, and they themselves will live a more fulfilled life.
William, we have to get you back. Our cool dad. William is the executive director at Bora Capital Advisors. William, thank you so much for honoring our invitation. And to the men out there listening in, we would love for you to join us at the Man Cave Fest. This is like a hangout for men. We're calling it the ultimate men's hangout, where you get to have great conversations like this amongst yourselves as men. We'll have a men-only designated area. We do recognize that some of you would like to come with your families, your spouses. That is fine. Come along with them so you can hang out, but during a certain time of the day, we'll have the men designated only area where they'll have the man cave conversations. Canwin Hotel is making some great food for the men out there. There'll be health checks. For some of you, it's been a while since you checked whether it's your blood pressure, you had your eyes screened, a few things here and there. We're going to make sure that I get some health check that day. There'll be some great networking and interaction with businesses and awesome activities. Right from tomorrow, you'll be hearing from some of the businesses that'll be passing through at the Man Cave Fest. So that day is a day tailored out just for men. It's only 299 Ghana cedis per person. Tell the gentlemen in your office, tell the fathers out there, share with the men's ministry groups. In fact, we have discounts for men's ministry groups that would like to pass through for the Man Cave Fest. Canwin Hotel Sakumon is where we're going, 29th of June, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can get your ticket right now. You can call or WhatsApp at 0545 223324. That is 0545-223324. Tomorrow, we bring you another Unfiltered Fatherhood Series, and we'll be joined by Professor Joseph Osafo. Yes, Professor Joseph Osafo, and he's going to be touching on something also pretty sensitive, and that is widowers aging gracefully. Widowers aging gracefully. So you want to join us again tomorrow from 8 a.m. All right, I'm getting the request. This one says, what can I do to invest wisely even with my small amount? We're wrapping up all. We're done, but I think he shared quite a number of things that you can pick up from there. Thank you so much for coming, Mr. William Mensah. Hopefully we will get you again. This is Sunny 88.7 FM. Remember to be a part of the Man Cave Fest 2024, 29 June at Canwin Hotel.
men, you're the rock of your family. Now it's time to rock out with us. Sunny FM proudly presents the maiden edition